which I thought was really great. All righty, there's my one. So welcome again to everyone now that we're being recorded. And what I thought was really good, and this is just information for you to know and to have, and it's just a reminder, I'm quite sure a lot of you already know this, is my credit card that I had on file with Surge 365. The expiration date is in October of 2025. So they sent me a nice little email and said that your credit card on file is about to expire. And so that was really good. So then I just went right in there and updated it with a new card. And so that way you don't have to worry about it going away or you're not being charged and then your numbers drop. Because right now, you want to keep your numbers the way it is. You don't want to be 10 or 5 because you just reactivated your site because of a credit card expiring, and then you have to put a new one in there. So you want to make sure you always stay update on that. And then also the email was good. So check your emails when the email comes, click on it and change it right away. That's one thing that Rick does really good. When something happens, he just corrects it, changes it right away. I know a lot of times we'll say, oh, well, that's not due till October, so I have another week or so to change it. But then what happens is you forget, life happens, and before you know it, it's October 15th, and you're getting an email from the company saying that your business has been canceled. And now you're wondering, why? What happened? Oh, yeah, that's right. I was supposed to go in there and change that. So when you get things like that, no matter what it is, just go ahead and update it now, and you don't have to worry. I have some things going on with some stuff my son had me to invest in, and I really wasn't paying attention. And I received an email saying that I had to do this, this, and that by October 14th, which was interesting. So I contacted him and I said, I don't feel like doing this. Go and fix it, and then put the money over here, right? And I just left it alone. But I'm going to make sure I remind him to do it, because a lot of times people will say, oh, I have time. But it's amazing how fast the time goes by. So when you see something, and another thing that this is just FYI, we get so many different things where they want you to try it, and you get a 30-day free trial. Well, before you know it, you are into, 90 days, been charged 2 months, and you're like, man, I didn't even use that. I don't want that. So what I do is if I'm going to try something and I'm going to do the 30-day trial, I'll go right there the day I download it and cancel it. So in 30 days, it's automatically going to cancel. And if I really want to keep it, then I'll go back and reactivate it. But it saves you from saying, oh, man, I forgot I even downloaded that, and I forgot I blah, blah, blah. So if you're going to play around, do something like that. And then that way, if you like it, you can just go back and get it. Or if you don't have to worry about being charged for something that you really didn't like. So those are just little things, and not really important things, but just something to think about. When you think about it, do it. I know there's this one little saying that they say, be about it, be about it. So whatever you're doing, be about it. And that's just like with our business. Be a product of the product and make sure you're doing your business and using your business. And so it's really simple too. And I know we could do better if you think about our membership site, all the stores that's on your membership site that you can go to and shop online through your membership and receive reward credits. Now that's a great way to get reward credits for you to compile something and go on a trip. And so I haven't done it in a while, so I'm really, tapping my remembrance to do that, because we shop a lot online and we forget that it's not a lot of steps. All you're doing is just going to your membership and going to the store and finding out if it's a store that you use. And instead of ordering online, go through that way. You're still ordering online, you're going to the store, but now something that you're going to buy, you're going to get your reward credits. So that's just another way of accumulating credits that now you can turn around and buy an airline ticket with, your car rental with, or you can even just go and use it to purchase gift cards for different stores. So we have that back there, and I have to admit, I have not used it like I know I can. When we first started, we were definitely using it a lot. I remember we needed a hot water heater, and it was $900 or something like that, and we had a friend who was going to install it. So we purchased it, it came, and he put it in there. We used our membership to get it, saved some money that way, also received some reward credits. So think about that when you're working with your business and you're getting ready to buy something. Go and see if you can get it through your membership first, because now you're going to get reward credits, and you'll be able to use those reward credits to go on a trip, a staycation. Everything is right there. And so you want to make sure that you're doing that. And Rick and I, we had a membership, but we got so busy, 7-day stay, and I activated it back in March of 2024, and we were going to use it, but we got so busy through the year that it expired in March. I didn't even realize it had expired in March. And so so there's a festival down here in October in Hilton Head. So I thought, oh, great, I'll use our 7-day night stay. And it expired in March. So that's another thing to remember. When you have those certificates, check the expiration date, because some of us are sitting on 3 or 4 of them, and they probably already expired. And so don't order them until you're ready to use them. We put an email out. We sent an email to Sandy last week, and they send them out on the 1st and the 15th. So hopefully we'll receive ours and go ahead and activate it, because we want to use it if it comes. So, that's another program that we're not quite sure what's going on with that, if it's still active, if you can still receive it, because I know hopefully we were grandfathered in, but people coming in, they only get one for the first year. So that's just another thing. Make sure you check those expiration dates, because why lose it? And also for your reward credits, check the expiration dates. They're only good for 10 years. So if you're getting ready to lose a few thousand because you haven't used it, then go on there and purchase a couple of gift cards or purchase some restaurant coupons. All of those are still there, and it hasn't changed. And that's another way of income that I'll say me, I'm not going to put everybody in there, because I'm quite sure a lot of you are still using it and very active with it. But if you haven't, just a reminder to do so. Did somebody want to share?
Hey, Brenda?
Yes.
Hey, yeah. I just ordered my first 7-day stay, and they told me that you have up to 30 months before it expires. I just wanted to put that out there. And a good idea when you cash those in, have something planned ahead of time. So that way when it comes in, you can just, boom, immediately open it and book it, and you're good to go. Instead of just sitting on it, because you do get busy and we do forget. So just wanted to let everybody know once you get your certificate, you got 30 months to book a trip. Otherwise, it does expire.
Yeah, it does. It does. And so you definitely want to make sure you're using it, because then you're just throwing all that out the door. And we've used several of ours already, and the stays have always been really nice. And I know when we were looking before last year, before we got so busy, we were looking at driving right down here to Hilton Head, which is probably a couple hours south of us, and staying there. We stayed in Hilton Head before, years ago, and we were thinking of doing it again. It's really built up. It's totally different than when we stayed there before. But they have all these beautiful little townhomes that are part of the vacation stay that you can stay in, where the beach is only like a block away, if not in your backyard. And those kind of things are fun that you can do. And I was sharing with my cousin, I told her, I said, well, we pretty much pack up our kitchen and go. And we end up just staying in the place the whole time, going to the beach. But it's just like we're at home, and we don't have to do any extra. We just change location for a week, and we do the same routine that we do when we're right at home, other than the fact that we might take off and go to different festivals that they're having right around this time of the year. But there are so many things to do with your membership that we kind of forget about. So remember to do that. Check your memberships, because I know a lot of us have been in here longer than 10 years. And so if your reward credits are about to expire, make sure you pick up a gift certificate. Make sure you go in there and say, oh, I'm going to get a $25 gift certificate for, I think Petmark is in there, and Walmart is in there. There's stores that we use. I know that. I can remember that. So you want to definitely keep that in mind, because then again, you're accumulating more reward credits that you can take off and go somewhere fun on. So just wanted to remind everybody of that, because time is time is going. And so we want to make sure that we're taking advantage of the things that we have. And those are the reasons why we came into the business, because you can tell it's nothing like a story. Documentation beats conversation every time. We had somebody who would say that all the time. Show me the money and show me the check. And when he would do his business, he would say that all the time. And it was a phrase that I thought, oh, that's a clever little phrase, because when you can show somebody a check, when you can show them a compensation plan that will mean they'll get this, this, and that, it beats you trying to talk and explain it to them every time. So that's a great thing, too. When we have new people who are coming in the business, remind them of the fact that with their membership, they also have these stores there. The condos are there, the homestays are there, all the things that's up on that top row that you can click on. Because remember when we first started this, that was exciting for people to go and click on here and click on that, and it'll take them to this place and to that place, just showing them. So think about it. How many people that you've sponsored in the last year or so that you've actually taken them to the membership and clicked on that? I know, well, I'm Chantell, I know you. But remember our concierge, where you can schedule a walkthrough. That kind of stuff is really great. So Chantell, you said all of them. I know that's right.
Every one of them, and other people's also. So they won't be able to say that one, because we are serious.
Right.
Just the new partner that came in New York City, and she's also has footage in Virginia when we were doing her walkthrough on Saturday, and her brother, who's also coming into her business, was there, and we were walking through, and we clicked on those weeks, blew her away. She's like, "Wow,
I bet, yes.
This is so wide." And she said, I just love, because where she came out of which one of those companies? She came out of another one of those travel companies. And she was the one I told you. She was asking me 1,000,001 questions, but I was very patient.
World
and
Ventures.
I answered every question, and I didn't blow up, and I answered all her questions. But the reason she was asking me that is because she had already been in a vacation company. And she
World
said,
Ventures.
thank you, World
And
Ventures.
we know they're no longer around.
She was so excited because she says, I've been in that. I know what they had. And she said, I like the traveling. I like that part. But she said they couldn't touch this. She says, I haven't seen a company out here in the industry that can touch this company. It is like amazingly so far ahead with the tools. And she said, I love the integrity of the leadership that I was able to go to a meeting in a whole nother city away from my leaders and how these people took care of me. They took, they had the after party and they went out to have the dinner at the Margaritaville. And she was just like, that, all of that added on to her decision. And so the people are looking at the integrity of who we are. Are we doing what we said we're going to do? When she came in here, we sat down with her, got her in there, got her started in the right direction. That's the responsibility that we have, not just as a team builder, but as a sponsor. When we say we're bringing someone along, that's a decision we made. So if you don't want to build, it's okay. It's okay. But if someone comes along and said, hey, I like what you're doing, do you know you have leaders above you who will help these people? And I showed her every name. I said, see all those names right there? All these people are responsible for you. All those phone numbers, you can pick up and call every one of those people, including your director and your owners of the company, which she's already met them in person. That is a big deal. And so I'm excited about what's happening. Everybody in here can do this. Whatever way you decide to do your business, that is great. You came for your own reasons. Glenn and I came, we wanted it all. And I'm telling, we're still excited to this day. We still get in there and we're running into stuff and that, but it's just amazing what this company has invested in its people to help us out here as reps in the field to serve lives. Back to you, Brenda.
Wow, that's good. That's good. It's a lot. And everybody, when they need that, and it's so true what you just said, Chantell, even if you don't want to bill, but if you know somebody who would want to bill, that this company could change their family's financial future, share it with them and let them know, I really don't want to bill, but I see you want to run with this, and introduce them to your team members, to your upline. They'll run with you. They'll answer all your questions and they'll run with you. I'm just kind of sticking with travel right now. And so don't deprive somebody else from this, way of living that we have, which is extraordinary. I mean, you think about it, to do a vacation, write up on your taxes, all of that stuff is very important. And people are looking. And so you want to make sure you share it with them, because we have so many things going on in our company, and you want to make sure you don't miss a beat. So when you do that walkthrough, don't forget to let them know, well, you can talk to the concierge and they'll walk you through it. It'll probably take about an hour, depending on how many questions you ask, but it's all still there. And then another thing, refresh yourself. You got the chat right there now. Go and play around. I was on there the other day. I'm like, oh, man, it's time for a cruise. What kind of cruise we going to go on? And just looking, and sure enough, the little chat popped up. Hi, Brenda, how can I help you? I'm like, okay, well, really, I want to do this, and that. And so everything is right there for you. All you have to do is take some time to do it. And it's always nice to dream. It's always nice to remind yourself why you started this business. Is it because you wanted to travel more? Is it because you wanted to make an income that will allow you to travel more so you don't have to touch what you already have? Just kind of remind yourself of what you want to do, because it's still there. Nothing, if there's cobwebs on it, that's because you haven't touched it. But everybody is still moving. Everybody is still using this business. But that whole idea of the shopping, you definitely want to remind yourself to do that. And it's fun. I mean, everybody is going out online, blah, blah, blah. this store, that store. Remember to add your own business into that. And as you're shopping around to see what's out there, go there and see, oh yeah, I forgot I could do this and I could do that, because all right there just waiting for us. Anybody else?
Well, yesterday we did a staycation. Want to talk
Yes.
about it, Brenda?
Okay, well, yeah, we did some work before we decided to go out, because like you know, we're right here in Charleston, and it's a very popular vacation spot for people. And because we know all the ways to drive in and out, we decided to go downtown Charleston, and the area is called the Battery. And we walked from the Battery all the way around to the Pineapple, which is our state's fruit. I have no idea why. I'm still trying to figure that out. But we walked over to the Pineapple, and then we hung out there. We got some great news from a friend. So we sat there and just talked to her and enjoyed just being there, and the water and the breeze. It was all so perfect. And it was the middle of the week, so it wasn't that crowded with a lot of tourism people. And folks were still out doing their thing, enjoying the weather, the water. It was really nice. It was nice. It was quaint. And then we walked over to a restaurant, had some food there. Then we walked down. And then, of course, in the evening, it started getting a little bit more crowded. You could tell people were coming out to go to dinner, because there's a whole bunch of restaurants down there. And we were able to walk. And then people come from different places to see the sunset, because the sunset down there on the Battery is pretty spectacular. And so we were able to drive, and that's when you've seen a little bit more cars than we had seen all day long. But it was a lot of fun. It was fun walking and getting my steps in, of course, and just seeing what people pay money. I mean, they pay big money to come just to walk around downtown Charleston and to see the historic areas. We have a couple of cobblestone streets left over. They haven't, paved over those or pulled those up and made it a paved roads. People come and do the horse and carriage and just listen to the history of Charleston. And we can see from the Battery Fort Sumter. So all you military folks know there was a battle of Fort Sumter over there. And so it's just packed with history. And then we saw the water taxi. So that's something that we'll do the next time. We'll leave out a little bit earlier. And the water taxi takes you from, I think, 4 or 5 different points that people go to. It's just historic. People go see it, blah, blah, blah. I think the Fort Sumter might be on there. But what's so great, it was only $17. And you can go back and forth from this place to that place all day long for just $17 for a person. I thought that was really good. I thought that was a real great price, and something that the next time friends, family members come to visit, I'm going to make that part of an excursion. I know my sister's coming my sister's coming this month. So that's something that I will definitely have her do. And we can do that with her. And so she can see these areas, because her main concern is, my dad, he's up in age. But anyway, I'm not sitting around the house. So that's going to be fun to do with my sister when she shows up next month. Well, this month, it's already September now. But there's so many things that you can do that you don't even think about until you get out of the house. We have an aquarium. We have museums downtown. That Black Historic Museum that we went to, she might even enjoy that. And that's the one that my cousins are in. I actually have family members that's in a museum. So I thought that was funny. I laughed. And when I talked to them, I was like, why you didn't tell me you guys made it in the museum? And we laughed about it, and they shared the history and how they,
Geechee.
Yes,
But I got back. We
it's
got
a
back late,
geeky
so we missed
dollar
the.
cover.
Well, we got back late, so we
Yeah, we
missed the
missed
meeting, the Powerline meeting with
yeah,
Delby. So Chantel and
yeah.
Glenn, give us the latest and the greatest.
Start it, Glenn.
It was amazing.
Come on, tell us about it.
Amazing.
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 Uh, it blew me away. First thing I want to say is we got to go check the compensation plan because what Delvey shared with us yesterday says that a personal sale now is $100, and the least that you would make would be $1,350 for $1,000 bonus. I added up the numbers, and that's $100. And it looked like he was saying it was $100 for whosoever, once you promote. So we got to go back and look at that. Uh, the $1,000 bonus equaled $1,250. We're going to see what the real deal is today. The Powerline payout, Chantel, how much was the Powerline payout? We qualified for 3 zones.
That's what I'm saying.
And
All I'm saying is when you're sitting here in your team builder and you bonus $1,000 and the power line kicks in and you're sitting at $2,000, somebody need to run down the street.
the Powerline payout was close to $900.
It was ridiculous.
For each thing?
I was
Total.
totally, because there's three different buckets, as they call it, that we qualify as national builders.
Right.
So each one of those, I don't care if it's the first one, people, $200 and something.
That
That's
was over.
extra that we didn't do that. It just
Right.
lined up in a straight line. And
So overall,
wow,
it was over $2,100 for a $1,000 bonus. Go ahead, Chantel.
that was, I'm telling you, I was just like
Wow.
more than inspired to sit here and say to you as a team and as a company that this is what we own.
Right.
This, we have the best. Companies cannot touch us.
No.
I don't care what they tell you. You go show me a company that is paying you like this.
It's true.
For 5 people in your team, that's a $500 team builder bonus. You can do that today.
And that's just the
I
beginning.
listened to, Dr. Coakley, and as he's mentoring us, and then Delvey, and the intensity of what they're trying to get into the psyche of the people. You don't have to wait till next week. That can happen today. You can bring 100 people in here today. Is anybody here? And the check is coming next week. Come on, somebody. You don't have to
Weekly
wait.
pay.
We're talking now money. I love every time he said, I'm like, give us some of that now money, because people out here are desperate. And if they won't get up, guess what? That family member over there who's getting up, boom, 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 boom. Sis, can you give me $50? Sis gonna be like, come on over here, because I'm about to get you over here, and we about to partner up, and you about to get some checks. Because I can't pay your bills, baby. This is what we have already. But I'm telling you to sit in, I was just sitting there and I was just thinking about the power of what we own here.
Wow.
And if you would just, if Delvey, I heard Delvey say, if we all just do a little, something in us should be welling up right about now. We're not talking about something that's coming. This is paid out now, okay? It was coming way back when. But today we are on the power line and the check is coming in. That is amazing to me. And it is absolutely an honor to be in the number as your team leaders, to sit in that number. And I was just sitting there and I was like, wow, really? That's powerful. When you look at the lineage of the history of your company, because what they do is they start, as soon as you hit that, you're going to get a message from the home office. And they're going to say, send us your photos because we're about to put you out here. I was like, wow.
So you were like one of the first 10.
Come
The first,
on.
one of the first 10
Do you know
that
how
hit the
intense that
bonus.
was?
And
Well,
so,
with her last name being Aden, it's the first name called.
We were sitting there cracking up. I
The
was like,
first
really?
ever.
Dr. Coakley, when
hey,
he called that on the team builder mentorship, and he says because he is very intense when he's mentoring, when he's talking to his people, because he knows. He says we can take you here right now. He says, and so let me tell you about it right now. And then he started naming these $1,000 bonus people and these team builders, and then he just goes and he's got the 10. He says, and here they are. And he called our name, and I'm just sitting there. It's like it's 7 o'clock in the morning over here, people.
mm, mm,
Okay,
mm,
7 a.m.
mm, mm, mm.
And I'm like, all I could say was thank you.
Thank you. Hey, you guys see what I have up, right?
Yes.
I have the
Go
pool
for it.
payout.
Wow.
And
Oh,
so this is people who are, you don't know about this. This is what you have right now. We kicked off the bonus. We kicked off the whole program here. What, the 1st of August? And so unlimited earning potential. This is above and beyond the compensation plan. Above and beyond. But when you qualify, and you qualify by hitting $1,000 bonus, bringing 7 people into the company, or part of a team that brings 7 people into the company, that you do have a rank. You're a team builder, regional builder, national builder, director, da 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 da. And with each one of these, you qualify for the different pools. And then you have to have at least minimum of 100 people that have joined the company since you have come on board. That's why it's so important for people to lock in their space now as we're growing internationally, as we're growing domestically. 100 people coming in, and that's going to be no time at all. So this example is with 500 active folks in the business, the travel technology package, and they also, of course, are junior exec. You got to have both. And the company is going to explode, but they're taking $20 from every active person and spreading it across these 10 pools. And so whomever hits the bonus in a particular month will qualify for, based on their rank in the company, team builder, pool one, regional builder, pool two, like Chantell said, national builder, pool three. The great thing about it, as a national builder or whatever pool you qualify for, not only that pool, but every previous pool. So whatever is, they're distributing it evenly across all pools. The $20 from every active member. And
And
so you're getting pool three, pool two, pool one. You say something, Glenn?
yeah, Delphi said that payout amount is going to go to whoever qualified, whether it's 100 people or one person.
And so whomever qualifies, so Glenn and Chantel were one of 10 who qualified for the month for this particular pay period. One of 10. Now imagine when the company has 100,000 people and they're taking the $20, from 100,000 active people in the business and distributing that across all the pools. You
He
may
also
be,
said
go
that
ahead.
that first payout is going to be the smallest one.
The first payout is going to be the smallest one. And whatever rank you are, and like Chantel said, even if you're a team builder, you qualify for pool one. So you're getting $1,000 bonus. And I guess Glenn's going to check either 250 or 350. But they say 1350. When you hit $1,000 bonus, you're going to make about 1350 plus whatever is in the pool. Man, the power line. This is so powerful because with this money being paid out, they're going to advertise that. That's why they need your pictures and whatever it is, because they're going to advertise the additional money that's provided in addition. And so heavy hitters are going to start coming on board. People are going to start sponsoring even more people, and the company is going to explode. And I know at one point, Brenda and I was hitting $1,000 bonuses like every week. you know, multiplied. In fact, we got the batting award for the most $1,000 bonuses. Imagine, hey, that timing is now. But Glenn and Chantel, so proud of you guys for being number one because there's only one number one.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. Hey,
But
and you know
you know,
what?
let's set some serious goals, team, because I know everybody in here can do this. And I know a lot of people are close to it. And because out of 10 people in the whole country, you know the next month is gonna be off the charts. Because it's gonna be whoosh, all those ones that were sitting at the door coming in next month. That can be anybody in here. But you have help. Step into the help and ask for the help because we're right here.
You know
There's
what?
people in our team that's close to hitting that team builder. Really, I'm talking really close, 2 and 3 people away.
Hit that team builder, get that $500 bonus, and then
Yes.
get your money back, and then go for that $1,000 bonus. What's interesting is that, Glenn, when you started preparing for that cruise and the Lord started positioning you for that cruise, you had no idea of what was to follow.
None whatsoever.
But you was obedient to the moment. And see, folks, there's moments that are going to come up where and usually it's associated with some kind of service to somebody else, that opens the door to deeper and bigger and better. And when Glenn was asked, and they were, I guess you guys planned the cruise. You wasn't planning to go on the cruise.
Right. They knew, a cousin of mine knew that we were in the travel business because we had set up a cruise for the family right when COVID hit, which knocked that out the park. I mean, out of the box. That folded because of COVID. And he called me up because they were cruising to Alaska and knew that we were in Seattle. So we set up all of their arrangements, hotels, cruise, all of that, and submitted the commission claim forms. I actually went to help my cousin out. And so my fare was, I think it was less than $200 for a 7 day cruise. And
Alaska cruise.
yeah, and then I had to. The reason for the cruise was a niece, a young lady was getting proposed to on the cruise,
Wow.
and so all of that happened during the cruise. And he pulled the ring out and dropped down on a knee while we were having dinner, and he proposed, put the ring on, and
Uh,
so the bride to be is the one that just joined our team.
wow.
Come on. You can't
because
plan this stuff.
because she knew that we had made all the travel arrangements and we got to hang out together for 7 days.
Oh my Lord. And little did you know that
Mm.
would trigger $1,000 bonus.
Right.
Wow.
And
I
that
didn't
would
go to
trigger
sell.
and put you in
Come
as the first
on.
10
And
Yes.
in
she
the
still
company.
doesn't know that. When she hears that, it's gonna mess her up. You hear me? Because she is that kind of person.
Won't he do
Um,
it?
And so obedience to service triggers something even bigger down the line.
Obedience is better than sacrifice.
Obedience is better than sacrifice. And so your obedience, even though you didn't know, necessarily, what you had to do on the cruise,
Mhm.
in helping out, but your obedience to doing it and then opening up to whatever opened up the door for you guys to be number one within the first group of the power line in Surge 365 to get paid in the power line.
Well, Brenda was prophetic and
wow.
still is because we are the number one
Come on.
team in Surge 365.
Come on.
And I'm going to tell you, that's how Brenda and I get everything that we do. That's how we become, you know, founders of Surge 365. That's how we get the ring, without being director. Our team, this is the legacy of our team. We're always number one. And then it's interesting because, especially with the military retirement and the Elijah transfer of retiring coach, and that big old hug that he gave us, when he came up on the stage as I believe, a responsibility, a spiritual responsibility, to stand tall and to pass on the spiritual legacy of what Coach stood for, in Surge 365. Not that Chris or Delvey cannot, because they do, and they're there. And but I believe we have a special responsibility in that. And I know we're up for the charge. That's why for the team, don't just look at this as, something willy-nilly. Pray for what you want, ask for what you want, believe for what you want, feel it, understand it, speak it, write the vision, make it plain. Use the power of the scripture, the power of the word, to describe your future and to write it down and keep that journal. And but I was just thinking about that, Glenn, the ripple effect, like Brenda talks about the butterfly effect of you saying, first of all, booking their booking their cruise. And look what it led to.
Rick, that actually led to 3 more trips that I planned for them with rental cars,
Oh
hotels.
my Lord.
They talked, they spread the word of mouth. Hey, call this guy because he's gonna hook you up. And
Oh my
they
Lord.
were in awe with the prices I was coming because I checked all of the vortex and all of that, and it was undercutting the prices.
That's how
So
you build a business.
yes,
People are looking at building the business outside of their normal thing, outside of who they are. You know, your gift will make room for you. Learn something about the business. Learn your specialty in the business. Learn what you like in the business. The business is not anything you don't like. And the thing about it, when Brenda and I first came in, we're like, oh wow, we're not necessarily network marketers and talking to people and calling people. And the Lord sent us the people that do that. And they said, sit down, Sonny, we got this. We had 11 directors on our team. Brenda and I be coming to different events. We're like, okay, it's just, they all wanted the limelight. We just up in front, or in the back, way in the back in the dark. And yeah, let's do lunch right now since we have no responsibilities. But the thing that you don't like to do, either it will be downloaded or someone will come to help you to do that. And a lot of times folks don't want to step into their activity because they think, oh, I don't know how to do this, or I don't like to do this. That has nothing to do with it. Glenn said it best. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Be obedient to the still small voice, and then watch what happens. And so, Glenn Chantell, you guys have shown the ripple effect of service. And I just want to thank you.
You know what? We appreciate that, and it's always the team effort, and we're excited. We do appreciate it. And I was thinking about what when you were talking a few minutes ago. Don't take the relationships that you have for granted. You're in that relationship. If you look at our page right now, we haven't posted half of the stuff that's happened just this summer. In all these relationships, it is phenomenal. You saw the one from the opening of one of the most amazing, largest centers in this state that we were a part of because of one of our nieces that we just took over, that was a neighbor across the street. And then she hits us up and says, "Hey, Auntie, I want you guys to come and see me. That's my last dance here because now we have, we're moving all the way to Japan and we want you to be there." And nothing but tears in the room. Glenn was called by a cousin. They didn't call Chantell. They called Glenn. Guess what? We're both qualified to serve them at every level in this team right here. That is important. That you at least know the basics. How do I enroll a person? How do I help them with the cruise? I don't have to know all the answers, but do, as Dr. Coakley says, who can I point them to? He says, I don't run this whole company. He said, I would never get anything done. But I know who to call in my team that can serve that need right there. So who can I point that person to? But you know what's really great? When you can say, I can answer that. I do know how to enroll that person. Because when we were walking her through, I went through that. I was like, just like what we're doing with you, when the person enters, though we're going to be right here with you as you enroll this person, you know how to go and enroll this person in that link right there. That's important because why? It's empowering that person. And he booked that cruise. Glenn and I sat there and I watched Glenn. Glenn booked that whole cruise for the family. I was in the room because we're working together, but he booked the cruise and watched all those cousins who have great influence send all those people who paid for the whole cruise. That's phenomenal. And Carnival is right there. And we always have the suppliers are right here to help us. There is nothing that you have to worry about here. It's all in place. All we have to do is say, yes, I'm going to be responsible of what I own. And I'm going to keep learning because there's always some more learning for whatever door is going to open. Now, what he picked up out of that Alaska cruise messed me up. I was like, wow, all that? And the way you serve the person? And every way that we've been talking about this in our team. Now we're walking it out real time. Come on, Rick, on Tuesday, Travel Tuesday. We get to walk that out. See, this is real life. Back to you, Rick and Brenda.
I'm just yeah, it's amazing. I was just looking at this. I'm going to share it, and this is really interesting. But check this out. Oh no, that's not it. Let me see here. Hold on. Check this out. Where is it at? Oh, here it is. Okay, so I don't know if you guys see this, but you want to be positioned. You're already locked in. You've already locked your position in. And most of the people on this call have more than 100 people who have joined the company since they've locked in their position. You're just looking to hit $1,000 bonus, right? But getting in position as we grow as a company. So imagine this, Glenn and Chantell, if this was today or this month, when you guys hit $1,000 bonus, having had all the other qualifications taken care of, you have a rank, you hit the bonus, you locked in your position, you got the travel package and the SBA, and you qualify for 3 pools. At 100,000 in the business, active TTPs, the $20 is $2 million. And that $2 million is spread across these pools. Now, think about it. Every single time you hit $1,000 bonus, your team, got to get the team builder, your team hits $1,000 bonus. You qualify for these pools. And so if this was today, and Glenn and Chantell, you guys hit the bonus, you got the rank, national builder, so you're qualifying for 3 pools. You made your little $1,000 bonus and 250 or 350, and then the pool pays out. The pool number 3 pays out 200,000. Pool number 2 pays out 200,000. Pool number 1 pays out 200,000. You're just in position doing what you would be doing in the business anyway. You're doing what you're doing in the business anyway. And then the timing hits, the Holy Ghost timing hits, Glenn volunteers to help set up the cruise and all the different things. And he's got 3 more coming, but that takes you over. The lady joins the business, his cousin joins the business. They got married and it triggers $1,000 bonus. We think that we have a lot to do with something. We ain't got nothing to do with nothing but being available.
You know what, Rick? How do you really qualify for the Powerline payout or any other of the compensation? You qualify by making some money. You make money, you make more money. It's all incentive driven.
It's all incentive driven. And I would add to that, it's all service driven. The money you make in life is proportional to your level of service you give. The money you make in life is directly proportional to the service that you give. Your gift will make room for you and bring you before important people. Glenn, that was a gift of service
Go
that
get
made
your money. You deserve it.
that made room for you and brought you before the person that would join to trigger more money, more money, more money, more money. What I want everybody on this call to think about, what is that gift of service that you have, the thing that you do better than anybody else, always have, ain't a thing, do it naturally. That is your money maker. And if you can find out and intertwine that into Surge 365, which is a tool that makes money, and it may be whatever it is, but Surge 365 is intertwine your gift, use that, lead with that gift, the thing you do naturally better than anybody else. And watch where that takes you. It will bring you before the people that make the difference. And you see it all the time. The word doesn't lie. Your gift will make room for you. I'm doing a gift right now in the different things that God has brought to me that people don't know how to do, but that makes millions. And we'll make millions. But your gift in Surge 365, you have it right before you. Take some time to think about, what is that gift that I have that I do. It may be hospitality, it may be service, it may be teaching, it may be counseling. Whatever it is, say, okay, well, how does this connect to Surge 365? You know, to attract people. And like Chantell was saying, relationships are everything. That gift is about relationships. So your gift perfectly connects as a relation to something, someone, somewhere, somehow. If you could answer that question, ooh, Lord. And the reason why I showed you the power line with 100,000 people in it is because everybody on this call is going to be a multi-gazillionaire because of our positioning. Back to you, Brenda.
That is so true. Anybody else?
Hey, Brenda. Yesterday,
Yes, honey.
one of our team members who just came back from Punta Cana celebrating her birthday, okay, she only does the travel. She's booking cruises, groups, all this stuff. And she had never heard anything about the power line. So yesterday, I took her in her back office. I said, click on that power line stats. She says, what's that? I said, those are the 400 people sitting directly beneath you right now. She said, oh my goodness, I never knew about this. And I said, this is the important, whether you were choosing to build the business, you absolutely have to click on those emails that are coming to you from the corporate office, because they are explaining what's happening, the growth in the company. You have 400 people. So she got on last night with Delby.
Oh, nice.
Blew her away. The lady who came in on Saturday had 10 people already up under her. Come on, somebody. 10 people.
Nice.
I was like,
Nice.
wow. So she is like fired up, but please do not let your people sit here in ignorance, because you know what? It's not helping them. Now this girl is sitting here. Now the one that signed up with us, she is working 2 jobs, but she's jumping on everything. And I said, she is so remember Lucretia Daniels, level 2 director in our company? Lucretia said, I don't have any time. She said, I take my lunch time and I build my business and hit level 2 marketing director in this company. And this lady right here has the same potential, because she has brought people onto the Zooms that we didn't even know were sitting there. Okay. And one of them called Glenn up because she got on one of the Zooms and she got upset. And she had a fit and called Glenn, and all Glenn did, he did not blow up on her. He had a conversation. From that conversation, when she got her questions answered, and she said, I misunderstood what they were saying. She said, I love this. She says, we're going to do this. Not only are we going to do this, but we're going to travel. We'll be back to Seattle. I was like, just a few
Man, it's a
minutes.
thin
You
line
know what I
between
mean?
love and hate.
A few minutes. It is. It is. But I'm just thankful that you know what, we were the ones who said, I am going to continue, Adrian and Willie Tillman. We're not going anywhere. But she was laying Glenn out. And I was like, is this a pyramid? What is this? I mean, she was going off. And I was just sitting there and I was like, okay, let's see where this goes. But like I said, by the time the conversation had flipped her all the way to the other side, and she, you know what she needs? She was on the cruise also. And the
Nice.
reason she was on the Zoom was to make sure her girl wasn't getting duped. Come on, somebody. She said, you're not going to be duping my niece over here. I was like, what? See, relationships are serious.
Man, you know what's nice though? And this is the most beautiful thing is that this company is the most transparent company. And we have nothing to hide, nothing to fear. I mean, every time, every place we turn, whether it's the travel side, whether it's the marketing side, whether they pay out compensation like they say, I mean, everything is so above board. And that's what I love about this company. We're not holding anything back. We're not harboring any secrets. It is just so open and so plain. You know, we don't have to plan our words. Like I was watching, make sure she don't get duped. We don't have, hey, this is what it is. And what you see is what it is. And the things you can't even see, it's even better than that. But oh man, that's good, Chantel. That's good. So we do have a presentation tonight. I know it's the beginning of football season too. I was like, oh
So what's that
Lord
mean?
Jesus. So it will be straight in and straight
Football.
out.
Record it. You'll be fine.
But
That's right. Record it.
but we do have a
It doesn't
presentation
matter until the end of the game anyway.
Huh?
I know, that's right.
It doesn't matter till the end of the game anyway what the score is.
Look, I need my own Super Bowl ring.
They
So
don't
we
pay
going to
me
keep rolling.
like we used to always say. They don't pay me.
Come on, I need my own Super
They
Bowl
don't pay
ring.
you. Yeah,
I'm
They
going to
you
don't
show
need
them
pay
your
that
own
me.
ring.
Super Bowl ring.
Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, this is
And tap into all those people that's going to the games.
I know America's pastime that don't make no money.
Yeah. Make no money at it.
But anyhow, so we're going to be on tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern, and we'll do a show and tell. I like the show and tell because it gives people an idea. And like you were saying, Chantel, to be able to see the weeks, and the price we pay for the week. Are you kidding me? Lord have mercy. And that's even going down to Hilton Head. We'll see as we get our vacation certificates, but even for the weekly cost to go down to Hilton Head would be worth the grits
And you know,
festival.
another thing, and just a reminder with those weeks, you can book a whole week, but if you can only be there for 5 days, you're still saving money.
I know, pay that.
And that was one of the things that they shared with us. Yeah, even though it's a week, you don't have to go for the whole week. I mean, it can be there, but you can go in the middle of the week and leave before your time is up, get there after your time starts. It's all up to you. It's just nice. It's real.
It was so beautiful. We went on that one cruise leaving out of Miami, and we used our reward credits to rent the Jeep or the car that we had, the van that we got. And then we had our 7-day vacation stay in Boca Raton. And in the end of the stay was the time that we had to leave for the cruise. And so we went to Boca Raton, had a great 7-day stay. And then of course the cruise, well, that was 3. I think it was you can only do like 3 days. But it was right before we had to leave for the cruise. And then we went on the cruise, turned the car in, and we jumped on something from the airport that took us transport from the airport that took us to the cruise line and in the port of Miami and had a great cruise. And it was like the perfect example of using all the tools that we have, where you're saving max money. We had a great time in Boca Raton. And then, of course, we rented the car with reward credits. And then we went on our cruise. And wow, what a beautiful time. Like you said, to open this call, Brenda, use the business. Get your stories. Glenn, you have an incredible story going on that Alaskan cruise and triggering, the whole Powerline bonus. Those are stories, man. Wow. Wow. Because you never know. Just do your thing and then, everything falls after that. Wow. Back to you, Brenda.
But you
Wow.
have to keep sharing because we actually had hit that bonus the week prior.
Wow.
And but some things happened where they had to hold off for a minute. So the backup was in place.
Oh my Lord.
And it hit right on time.
Man. That's even
He
more of
was
the
not going
story.
to let you not win. He wasn't
That's
going to do
even
it.
more. The
And you know
backup
what?
was in
Listen to
place.
that, Glenn. Listen to that. If you had hit it 2 weeks, you would not have qualified for the power line because the power line just busted out in August. So if you got it in
Is that true,
July,
Glenn?
No, it was in August.
Oh, okay.
it was in
Yeah.
August. Oh,
Yeah, it
okay,
was
okay.
in August.
I was gonna
Cool,
say,
cool.
man, that would have been,
Wow.
yeah, Brenda, that would
That would have been worse.
Oh no.
Woo! But
But yeah,
God would
that's
not let
awesome.
you fail as a backup
Because of the service
No.
that you rendered.
because of the service
Come
you
on.
rendered.
Wow.
Oh my
Wow. That's
Lord! Everything will be
exciting.
tied to your service.
Yeah. That's awesome. And it's all about just keep sharing. Just keep sharing because somebody out there is watching and they all need this. Right now there is so many people out there that need this second income.
Oh, it's the
Because
truth,
that's
honey.
exactly what Sturge is.
Yeah,
There's
it's the
so many
truth.
people that need it. It's a second income.
That's true.
And they need that. So just keep sharing and just let people know whenever you're ready, we're here. We have some people who dropped out and calling Rick for donations. And it's like,
Well,
do you know what you were sitting on?
well, I was gonna say it's not like Glenn went on the cruise doing hard selling. He just served.
No.
He wasn't like, oh, okay, you got to do
Mm-hmm.
this. And I'll tell you, it's gonna be good. He didn't have to do all that.
Yep, you're right. You
Mm-hmm.
can't promote on a ship anyway as a travel advisor.
And
I was just
you would have turned them off. I'm
it
saying
was the whole relationship.
for your family, you would have turned them
Yes.
all off and be like, oh man,
Especially this guy.
Yeah.
you just served them. And man, service will break down any wall. So if anybody's coming against walls, service and love and relationship will break down any wall.
What is it, the 4S or 3S? I see what a found, seen, feel, whatever that is.
Oh yeah, I know how you feel. Feel, felt, found.
Feel, felt, found. I know how you feel. I found that out, blah, blah, blah. All of that is so true. People just want to know that you're understanding what they're saying. People just want to be heard. And even like the lady who went off, she just wanted Glenn to listen. And even though Glenn is a listener, he listened. He's like, okay, I'll let her finish venting, then I'll tell her what it really is. As opposed to, well, look, hey, I got to go. You go right, And we dodge phone calls, and half the time it's never what we think. It's just somebody wanting to know how they can get here so they could do this. And that's the bottom line.
That's true.
Wow. Exciting.
I have a comment for Glenn.
Yes, sir.
When Delby was explaining the 1350 last night, he was just explaining how when you earn that $1,000 bonus, and depending on which team you're in, the money that you earn when you get there. But the bottom line is, Just cash the check, brother.
Absolutely. But you
That's
know
true.
what?
Mm-hmm.
And the whole model runs off of what happened with Rick and Brenda. Rick was serving the community when they blew up.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh.
That's
Oh,
true.
I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Look at your team, Rick.
Wow.
Wow.
Adrian,
Yeah, that's
community servant leaders.
right.
Wow. That's good. That's good. I totally forgot about that. But yeah, what a reminder.
I know it. That's awesome. Wow. Great. Anybody else?
Wow.
Wow. Well,
I see that, with community, it may take time, and it is about relationships. And because I've been serving on several community things, and some things have opened up, but then not. But then recently, I got an offer to set up a cruise to see if I could set up a cruise for next year for the group. So sometimes it's
Well,
just
good.
longer. Takes a little longer for things to move along. But yeah, service does pay off. And
It really
obedience
does.
has been the word of the week. Obedience from our pastor and different leaders. The word of the week, the last 2 weeks, has been obedience. Back to you all.
Well, Ron brought his church on board through service. And the church has joined Surge 365 and is using the Vortex for fundraising and are so excited about it. And also some will be coming into the business, but we're not leading with recruitment, we're leading with the Vortex. And the recruitment, of course, will come. But Ron was able to do that after, man, at least maybe 2 years of serving, just serving, building trusting relationships.
And showing them how it works by putting trips on.
And showing them how it works by putting oh man. But yeah, the service is that door. As we know, servant leaders.
Mm-hmm.
Want to give a shout out to Deborah and Zarita.
Yes. Zarita and Deborah, superstars.
Hi, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
All righty. Yes.
Hi.
So good to have you join us always.
Mm-hmm.
He's my cousin on the other side of the family.
Oh, that's awesome.
Let's roll Cleveland too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Opportunidad.
Say we can sing that "We Are Family" song because it's true. We are definitely family. Oh,
It's
wow.
true.
Anybody else? Mm-hmm. It is. Well, welcome. We are so excited for all the great things that are happening. Hey, you guys know what I love to say, that we are the #1 team in Surge 365. We are winners, no doubt about it. And I look forward to seeing everybody on the beaches of the world. We're going to have so much fun traveling, cruising. It's just about to get turned up again. And so I'm excited. I really am. So
Good
everybody
morning,
have a great
Chris.
rest of your day.
Hello, Chris.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And we will see you guys on the call tonight.
All right, Brad.
All righty.
We'll see everybody.
Bye-bye now.
Thank you.
Adios.